Hope you're doing fine. So today we'll talk about how to prepare for a profitable trading day. Some things you can do to kind of get ready for the day, get in the right frame of mind, prepare your mindset, prepare your body for trading, and kind of be in a good, proper place for good trading. I just got back from a 1-week holiday in Cuba and I don't feel ready fully for trading, so this is a good reminder for me and for you as well to kind of get ready correctly and do the right things to get ready for the market. So we'll talk about how to get your body ready, how to get your mind ready, and how to get your charts ready. Do this at the beginning of your week or your day. It's going to make a big difference in how you perform and your results overall in the market, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so let's talk about how to get your body ready for the trading day. First things first is getting enough sleep, and that is really crucial. So today's Monday, I got back really late yesterday from the flight. Had to drive all the way back from Montreal to where I stay over here, which is about an hour drive. So I got back here around 11, went to sleep around maybe even night 1 a.m. So that took a long time. I didn't wake up pretty early today, so sleep is not perfect for me today, not what I would call a optimal level. Try to sleep at least 8 hours a day, definitely makes a big difference for me. I also have this cool thing called the Oura Ring, which is a good way to kind of track your sleep. So it's basically a ring which you wear when you sleep, and that ring tracks your metrics and gives you a summary at the end, so you get a score for your sleep, get a score for your day overall. See if I'm not at 80 or more of a score for sleep, and my day score also. I tend not be as alert, as good as I would usually be for trading. So I can either kind of do less trading or maybe slip away more, maybe focus only on swing trading, kind of go bigger time frames on those days where my sleep score from this ring is a little bit less good than the other days. Now if you feel like you're at a chart and you're tired, you don't have to be there and take trades. You don't have to be there and force things to work. You can simply go away and come back the next day. Maybe this next part of your day can be just a day where you relax, you do other stuff, you take a day off, and afternoon off perhaps, that's totally fine. We don't want to necessarily lose money more because we're sleepy or not in the right mood. We better sometimes go away, take a vacation, take a day off, and then come back the next day and get better that day. Now you can decide if you want to do any kind of fasting. Sometimes fasting in the morning can help to be more alert. I found that when I kind of do my chart review first, I tend to be more alert. Then when I go for breakfast, do other stuff, then come back for my charts. That's up to you to decide if you want to do fasting first or have a good breakfast first. Depends on each person, which one works best for you. For me, it's fasting, then breakfast, then sports, usually, which we'll talk about next. And then go back on the chart and actually kind of play straight if I need to. I like to bring in some exercise first things. And I get a lot of comments here on YouTube for people saying, oh, you gotta get to the gym more. And I do a lot of running and walking and gym from time to time when I can. Here there's no gym around me in Canada. But whenever I can and I'm in Thailand, I go to the gym. I tend to exercise first thing in the morning or a little bit later sometimes, depending on the schedule and stuff. But at least get some exercise in the morning to kind of get it done for the day. Things flow a lot better and the energy tends to be higher if you have some exercise first before you kind of go and do other stuff and get distracted. Now that's really good, but we have to think about our mind too for the trading day, and how do we show up in our mindset is as important, or maybe even more important than as we show up in terms of our body and our energy on a day-to-day basis. You can start your day with meditations. Meditations are good for kind of calming your mind a little bit, getting back into more an even state of mind. Sometimes we wake up with like a lot of anxiety, a lot of things we think about, a lot of worries. And going to the trading day with this is a bad way to do it. Or if you have like a few thoughts about the past day, how you didn't take the right trades, how you mess up here and there, it can be bad to go with the next trading day that way. Some people don't need meditations and they are perfectly calm in the morning when they wake up. I admire them because I'm not that way necessarily myself. But if you don't have a way to calm yourself down, use an app. It could be Headspace, which is a good app for this. There's also an app called Breathe, Calm, or good apps for meditations. Anything that can calm you down and get you like in the right frame of mind and more like a gratitude mindset can be a good thing to start your day with. If you want to go a bit more in depth with meditation, I've done before a meditation called the 6-phase meditation, which is a very in-depth meditation that goes through like how you see yourself, your gratitude, your mindset, your goals, what you want to achieve. It's very in-depth. If you like that stuff and if you have time for this, then do it. That's totally cool. But even as short as 10 to 15 minutes can be enough for getting ready for the day and getting ready for trading as well. If you want to go with visualization, also a good technique, which I've worked on in the past, not always full-time necessarily visualizing every morning, but on and off when I need to work on something. Wendy Howell has this very cool technique, which I've interviewed here. You can watch a full interview. Has this really cool technique of visualizing, where you basically see yourself and see the trades that you want to embody for trading and things that you want to try to get away from. So the inner critic that you try to get away from. And you try to bring these traits together with meditations and visualizations. So a good way to do it. I'll leave below some links for you to check it out. Of course, it's more in depth and Wendy has some programs for this. But if you want to go really hardcore into visualization and meditation for trading, that could be a good resource to go through. Okay, in terms of getting your mind ready for the training day, one thing that helps as well is journaling. And I've done a lot of journaling in the past, either with screenshots, more visual, more like written down on paper. I've tried so many different ways. I've tried these kind of paper journals, these big journals on my desk for trading. There's many ways to do it, and you gotta find what works for you. Now, I'll do a full video on this in the future on how to journal, comparison like different kinds of journals, some different types, some different examples, and you can see how they work for you or whether they would be a good tool for you or not. Because there's a lot of different things you can try and you can spend a lot of time trying different things, but if they don't work for you, it's pointless. So you can see at least if they work first, and if you like the principles, then you can implement them and use them for your own trading. So if you want to see that video, let me a comment below. I'll be happy to hear what you think and if you think that's useful or not. And I'll do these videos pretty soon on these journals and these reviews to help you to have a better way of journaling your trading in the morning. Okay, now when I've done these two things, so getting my body ready, getting my mind ready for trading for that day, I'm pretty much like 80% done. I've done the most things that I need to do to show up good in trading. Now the next steps, of course, is setting up your chart. That's about 20% of the whole work behind it. So getting your charts ready. One thing I like to do a lot is if I've been away for trading for a while, like last week I didn't trade at all, I just had my algos running, but I didn't take any single trade. I was in Cuba, the Wi-Fi was horrible, and I couldn't place trades there. So what I do is when I go back the next week, I look at all my best trades. So I'll go back and I use Trello for this, which is a very good tool. A video here on how to do this for yourself. I look at my best trades, so the ones that work well, the ones that are a good setup that I like, that I would take again, that I want to take again if I can. And I'll look at these first. Kind of get a good idea of what I'm looking for, what I need to aim for, and what is the best thing to look for in the market. If you kind of show up and you don't have a look at your setup, because I'm more visual, I like to look at these things. Some people don't have to, they kind of already know their plan, their things in their mind, but I like to just look at them because I have a clear picture and I kind of feel better looking at the past data I have and the good trades I've taken. I kind of feel more confident for the day ahead when I look at these past trades. You can also decide to review your plan. I love to review my plan in the morning, so I have a one-page trading plan, which is a simple tool I use. I'll leave a link below if you want to check it out. It's a very simple template that makes a big difference for me on a one-page sheet where I can keep track of all my rules, all my strategies, all the things I focus on, and the pairs I trade. Kind of like a good plan to stay on track and to follow your plan no matter what. You can have this on your desk, but it's a good way to review it in the morning and to kind of be ready for it. You can have this on your desk printed, but it's also a good way to kind of review it in the morning before you start to trade. If you have some doubts and you're not sure about, or you've not been trading for a while, or you just want to kind of internalize your rules better, this can be a good tool for that. And lastly, prepare your charts, set up your watch list, look at the pairs you want to trade for that day, flag the pairs that you think you could trade that day that have a promising kind of environment, promising context, promising setup. Then you're gonna have these pairs more close watch for the day, and you can be ready for that trading day. So overall, let's recap. You get your body ready first, the most important part. Get your mind ready, which is the kind of pillar on top of your body, which is very crucial to focus on as well. Then you get your charts ready. Any questions, any thoughts? If you do anything different, or if you have any things you do that you want to share with people, put them in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts as always. And I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.